Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we are going to talk specifically about Dungeons & Dragons and 6th edition design and whether Dungeons & Dragons 6th edition should make a big swing. All right, now first of all, let me define that. What is a big swing for Dungeons & Dragons 6th edition? Well, I'm talking about exactly the kind of chance they took when they created 4th edition. 4th edition was a very, very big swing, okay? There were things in 4th edition that scared people, right? Now, in my opinion, there was a lot of great rules design in 4th edition, and I really liked 4th edition, right? Now, frankly, let's not get twisted. 5th edition is a much better version, right? But the reality is, 4th edition did a couple things. It had some innovative rules design in it, right? And then, in addition to innovative rules design, it really, I think it is really undebatable that specifically Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition, was a skin of WoW, a skin of World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft had just come out; it had taken the world by storm. And it really, I mean, it just blew up like crazy. Like, World of Warcraft, when it came out, it redefined video games for a long time. It said MMORPGs are going to be big. Here's a way that if you build a game, you can make money for 20 years, right? Here's a way that you can do, in-world purchases. Like, it just, World of Warcraft cracked the roof off of the video gaming industry and really redefined a lot of what was going to be important within that industry. All right, and then 4th edition came out in 2006 they're building 4th edition, right? 3rd edition's out, and they're building it, and they're like, and they really just turned Dungeons & Dragons into a skin of World of Warcraft, right? Looking back, Monday morning quarterbacking, all that kind of stuff, it's easy for us to see it and say it was, I don't say it was stupid at all. I understand why it happened, okay? But it was a big swing. There was a lot of really serious changes in Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition, right? It was really changing the direction of where the game was going to go. All right. So what I want to talk about today is, should there be a big swing, all right? And I want to answer that from the perspective of yes or no. And then also I want to talk about what the big swing should be, right? And so one, I won't bury the lead. Let's talk about it right now. Should we make a big swing with 6th edition, right? Oh, by the way, before we even get there, I'm sorry. 5th edition, no big swing. There ain't no big swing in 5th edition. 5th edition is incredibly safe. Most innovative thing in 5th edition is probably, is it called bounded probability? I think it was called bounded probability. I think there might be a slightly different name for it. And then also there was advantage, and there also one of the other things in 5th edition is that it allows miniatures or theater of the mind. Other than that, 5th edition doesn't. It's not innovative. 5th edition is really not that innovative. It's a comfortable return to norms that saved the game from 4th edition, right? Now, I'm saying that, yes, we should make a big swing. There should be dramatic changes in 6th edition. That's risky, right? So why am I saying that? Why? Here's why. Well, one, if you are going... By the way, it is my opinion that 6th edition is under design right now secretly, and it is my opinion that Kate Welch will be the lead design for 6th edition. All right, now, why should there be big changes, okay? Well, because innovation is important, right? I really think, Dungeons & Dragons is too big and important of a vector, and a vector for art, a vector for literature, and a vector for gaming to allow it to stagnate, right? And when you sell a new edition, when you tell people, hey, I know you got a stack of books 20 high, each one costing $50, right? I know you have $1,000 of books over there, right? But basically, you can go throw those in a hole and bury them because we got a new edition coming out. You should bring something new. It's important, right? Now, I don't besmirch 5th edition in any way. It was not the time for innovation then because they were trying to fix a major problem for 4th edition. But the reality is, I absolutely think we should take a big swing with 6th edition. I think Kate Welch should take a big swing with 6th edition. There should be dramatic changes in it, right? And the reason why is there's a lot of goodwill to leverage. The game has never been sitting on a better dais, frankly. Dungeons & Dragons has incredible goodwill right now, right? And I think we should leverage that goodwill for innovation. We should bring people to innovative rule sets, innovative art, innovative writing, innovative layout, right? There's some incredible things happening, and I really think we should take a swing with 6th edition. It's important. Why else? Hasbro can take the hit. All right, so get this. When Hasbro took control of Dungeons & Dragons in 1999, right, their stock was $10. Today, their stock is $115. Tenfold increase. Now, I'm not saying all that's responsible from Dungeons & Dragons, but I will fight anybody who says that Dungeons & Dragons ain't part of it. It absolutely is. Dungeons & Dragons sits there as a lottery ticket, right? Dungeons & Dragons, the game, is a lottery ticket for a absolutely massive, successful movie franchise. And you know what movie franchises in America do? They do $2, $4, $5, $10 billion, right? That's where the real money is, right? And Dungeons & Dragons, the tabletop role-playing game, sits there as a very important lottery ticket for Hasbro. So frankly, if Kate Welch does something dramatic, right, takes a big swing, right, one, I have faith in her. I think she's going to do a great job, and I would really like to see an innovative game with innovative art, innovative rules, innovative writing, and innovative layout, right? And I would like to see there to be about 3-6 months of pain, and then everybody slides in and goes, hey, this is a better game. Let's rock it, right? And I think, and frankly, if there is innovation, that's going to happen. There's going to be 3 to 6 months of pain, right? But the reality is, Dungeons & Dragons is important, innovation is important, we should take this. Now, what if it goes south? What if it goes sideways, just like 4th edition, right? Well, frankly, Hasbro can take it. They got the money. They can fix this. D&D is not their only property. It's worth rolling the dice. And honestly, I think it's a D20 being rolled. And with Kate Welch at the helm, 1 out of 19, it's going to be awesome. And frankly, if it hit, 2 through 20, it's going to be awesome. But if we roll that 1, we could have a 4th edition on our hands again, right? But you cannot do great things without risk, right? So I think we should risk it, all right? The other thing is D&D has earned it, right? So like I said, I just talked about the stock price, and I think D&D has earned it. So how do we do this, all right? So let's talk about the what. What do we change in order to make the game great, in order to make the game worthy, to have a big swing, to have a dramatic change, to make it so that when people buy 6th edition, they're not just buying some warmed over version of 5th edition, right? They're getting something new. They're getting something exciting, right? And maybe even they're getting something a little bit controversial. Just a little bit, put some cayenne pepper on there, man. Like a few people are going to that's really spicy, right? And we want it to be spicy, man. We don't want a weak sauce on the game, all right? Let's kick it up, right? So basically, when we move, right, when we make these big swings, when we make these changes, right, how do you do it? Well, you focus on the physical. Focus on the physical. Focus on the fact that the game, in its truest, best, purest form, is played at a table with friends shoulder to shoulder, right? Focus on the fact that it is printed with real books that still matter. And I will tell you right now, 3,000 years from now, right, when my grandson's robot body is walking around on Mars, I want him to be reading Dungeons & Dragons in a print book. And the reason why is the only thing left that's worth printing are sacred texts, comic books, and tabletop role-playing games. That's the cream of the crop, and we should always print them. Dungeons & Dragons is a print guardian, okay? So focus on the print. Focus on and focus on the table. Also the dice. Let's do something truly innovative with dice, the physical roll them up, feel the weight, feel that awesome shake, right? Do something with the dice. Do something with the table. I would like to see positioning, right? Where are your dice positioned around your character sheet, right? That would be really cool. If some of your dice are on the right side of your character sheet, or if some of your dice are on your left side of your character, or the top of your character sheet, right? Maybe you get bonuses from your dice being positioned, right? These are, it's using the physical character sheet, the physical table, right? Right, so you have all that. And miniatures, right? I love that we don't require miniatures. I totally love Theater of the Mind, and that D&D does Theater of the Mind. But let's do some innovative things with miniatures. Don't require it, but support it within the game, right? I really think it's important. Let's embrace the physical, all right? Now, I hear you. You're like, what about D&D Beyond, right? One, I am not opposed to D&D Beyond, okay? I'm glad it's there because I know there are a lot of people who use laptops and phones and they want to be able to play from those devices, right? I'm totally down with Wizards of the Coast having that format for the game, right? However, it's a translation, right? It's just like the game, it was first originally the game was written in English. Today today we could translate it into Esperanto, right? But that is the translation, right? It is not the core thing. The digital is just a translation, right? And frankly, it's a translation for the shallowest of the game's players. The game's heart, the game's real zeal, the very strongest DMs, the very strongest players, the very strongest collectors get the core rule books, right? And they get them in print, right? It's super important. They play, and the purest version of the game is played at the table, friends sitting at your shoulders, print books on the table, physical dice on the table, miniatures on the table. That's the purest, best version of the game. I'm totally down with any kind of digital translation you want to do, but that is not the source. That is not the source. That is not the heart of the game. It's just a translation, right? I'm not opposed to translations, but do not get the translation mixed up with the primary source. They're not the same thing, right? All that's my opinion. I'd love to hear your opinion. Please let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.